Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, April 29th, just shy of 7 a.m. Central Standard. Thank you for being here. It's a good morning. Got my coffee in, got my game set up. We're just about ready to get going. Before we do, like we did last time, we're gonna play Slay the Princess today. It's pretty chill, pretty low key, go for an hour and a half or so. If I remember correctly, at the end of our last session, the princess said this is the last embodiment we need to bring her, so this may or may not wrap up this game for now. But more importantly than that, instead of just playing a game, we're here to talk to. And I'll keep that to a bit of a minimum during the gameplay, unless someone happens to pop into chat and has a question. And that question can really be about anything that's decent to discuss. If you're having a bad day and you need an ear, if you just want to say something to get it off your chest, tell a joke, whatever you want to do, that's fine. Yeah, we're just kind of here to game and chill this morning for a little bit. Before we break into the game, we'll go over the warning screen again quick, uh, just in case this is something that may or may not bother you. So, as we discussed last time, yeah, this is a horror game, and it isn't intended for all audience. There are things in here that I can see some people getting upset by, whether it's a bit of the body horror, some of the context, the ideology behind the game. More importantly, and the one I really want to touch on because it could be a big triggering effect to some people, especially if you're not in a good place in your life right now. This game does at times have mentions of either self harm or suicide. And that's, in real life, that's not something I endorse or condone. I mean, everybody's got the right to make their own decisions. And I hope if you're ever at the point where that feels like the right decision, that you've got someone you can reach out to. And you know what? Stay strong. Things always get better. And I know that sounds kind of cliche, but it does. Because there is no tomorrow if you're not in it. You know? So, yeah, if you need help, please reach out to someone you know you can trust. If you're just feeling down, drop me a comment here, whether you're watching it on Twitch or YouTube. If you know, if you happen across my outro video on TikTok where I post just my wrap up messages of positivity and good vibes and love and all that, you know what? Those are places you can reach out to me. And I can't promise that I immediately see it. But if you do have something on your mind that you just need someone to talk to anonymously, I'll do that for you. I'm more than happy to do that for you. You know, we're just friends that haven't met at the end of the day. So please keep that in mind. You're not alone. And this is kind of my way of summing up the message that we just talked about. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, whether it's in the game, your life, whatever, have heart and see them through. There's no such thing as a premature ending, there are no wrong decisions, there's only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. Like I said, if you take away that option from yourself, you'll never know how great you can be tomorrow or the next day or next week or next month or next year. And I don't mean that simply, by choosing to hurt yourself. Think of that too as in limiting your mind. We all need a fresh perspective from time to time. I've gone through that huge in my life recently through therapy, through social work, through physiotherapy, all related around my MS, which is kind of why I started doing this streaming, is because I wanted something I could do first off that I enjoyed and that was kind of low key and chill for me, but it was a way too I realized to spread a message of love, of acceptance, of positivity out into the world. And even if no one happens to ever see this, or if just one person sees it and it helps them, or it puts a smile on their face, or it even gives them that one moment to go, I need to stop and think for a second, just to realize where I am, then I feel like I've accomplished something. Even if I never know it's happened, I feel better. Now, with all that kind of melancholy stuff, the dark stuff behind us, the last thing to remember too is that this game is a love story. So let's get into it, shall we? And again, happy Tuesday, everybody.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the base...
Sorry about that. My mute key while I sneezed decided to jump the text. Just do it manually for the rest of the game. So regardless, the narrator, if you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, seen anything we've done before, just to sum up what was just mixed there quickly, there is a narrator. He's telling us that we're in a path in the woods, and at the top of this path there's a cabin where there's a princess who's been locked up, and if we don't go in and kill her, she's going to end the world. So as we see our dialogue choices here, we always get explore options, and those will branch us into further dialogues. And then we get some options that don't have explore in front of them, and those generally just continue the story to their next step. Now, I don't really have a narrative of how we're going in today. I don't have a mindset in mind for our hero. So we're just going to kind of take a look at these and vibe with today's thoughts.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
The best non-answer answer.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
I just want to stop and say something real quick. I think everybody contributes something of value to society.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Okay. You know what? I'm feeling kind of chippy, kind of happy today. So we're gonna play this off as kind of a maybe not aloof, but a happy, sarcastic.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Again, just a quick interjection. If you haven't watched this before and not sure, there's a couple voices you're going to see through the game. There's the hero, there's the narrator, which we've heard before, and then there's the voice of the princess. And the hero, I kind of take him as my psyche, my current mindset, and you'll see as we progress how this kind of changes.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So far, so good.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't know, narrator. I've seen worse basements.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You're the next one on. The Price is Right.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I wonder why they've just got one manacle, one shackle on her, when they've obviously got room for two here.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Undecided. Nuh-uh. Oh, I love this. I love these choices kind of centering around our, the kind of flippant remark we made to the narrator. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
You know what, narrator? I don't like that "don't you dare" attitude. We're not taking it from you today, buddy.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Hey. Maybe I have a wife, a kid, whatever. Okay, we've talked enough. It's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Do you know I'm here to kill you?
That laugh. I think I'm in love.
Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
That kind of sounds like the path we just went.
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Try it anyway. See what happens. Why am I here to kill you? Do you know?
Do you?
Come on. No?
You're lying.
What in the Charles Xavier is going on here?
How does she know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
Yeah, that's really making me want to help you here.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Yeah. Sick of people telling me what to do already. Started out in a good mood. They're both rubbing me wrong.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
She is the one.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Wow.
Holy shit, that hurts!
Exactly, hero.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
This doesn't look equal.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Flee! Oh, I wonder why these are grayed out. That's too bad.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me?
Yeah. What the hell, man?
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
Huh?
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder. Do you really think this is the end?
Yes?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Terrible sense of deja vu. Wait a minute. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she killed me, but I definitely got her. Yeah. It's going with our Tuesday vibe.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Ooh, I like you. Voice of the Stubborn. We haven't heard this voice before. So I didn't say anything in Chapter 1 in case you haven't played the game anymore, if you haven't watched any of my VODs, anything like that, or watched anybody else's too. As you progress through the story, you start to adopt more and more voices, and they kind of reflect around the choices you made. So if you went, kind of altruistic, there's a princess, it's a storybook idea, slay the princess, woo the princess, marry the princess, blah blah blah, you'll get, I think it's called the voice of the smitten, and he presents himself as, kind of the heroic, love-struck fool. Whereas if you go more dark and callous, you'll get a different voice, etc., etc. But I haven't heard the voice of the Stubborn before, and I like that. It's kind of cool. I like his luck be damned attitude.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Right. Randy Marsh said. I didn't hear no bell.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Yeah, more so after our last attempt.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
And a mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
There's definitely a mirror.
There isn't.
Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
Me? I care.
As do I.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Hey, don't get all soft on me, hero. I'm gonna need you.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Here we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Kidding.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head.
You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
I was gonna say, that last... I picture the stubborn, like, Ed Norton, when they've got the underground fighting ring in the basement in Fight Club. Just kind of, standing across the ring, bunch of dudes cheering you on. He's just got that kind of aura to him so far.
As you descend the final step,
Oh.
the form of the princess comes into view.
a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
You know, logistically, just kind of looking at this room, if there was to be a fight, and it's as tight as they say, she's kind of got the advantage, in my opinion. Okay, let's take a look at this. I hope you heard all that, Mr. Narrator. It's a lot different than last time, but it definitely happened. You look different. So you do remember me. I'm actually here to free you. Nope. I'm not saying that I'm not here to fight, but I think two of us have a few things to unpack. I haven't decided. Nope. I don't know what happened to you since last time. I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye! That's awesome. Okay. Okay, let's see what the narrator thinks about this.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Bro, easy.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Huh? Wait a minute. We've never discussed this before.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
If I had a penny for every time I've heard that.
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
You look exactly the same.
Not freeing her. Do we want to unpack this? Okay.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah. You know what? I know what I'm doing. And we're not freeing her. And we're not trying to walk away. I like the voice of the stubborn. He's kind of champing us up here, pumping our tires. So with that in mind, it's time for some pocket sand.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Oh no.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Get up, man.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
I mean, it sounds like she's goading us to come at her. Yeah, we'll bait an opening. This guy knows some maneuvers.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
Kinda like I thought she's got the advantage in a tight space. Ah!
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
But she's a giant devil lady.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
Oh no.
How disappointing.
She squeezes. The pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh no. So, we're not a fighter.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
Oh, I like this guy too.
Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through.
It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. It's true, because this doesn't feel like a forest. This kind of feels like the basement already.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
That sounds like the voice of the stubborn kind of. Bye. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Yeah.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now.
I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase. The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
And a mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there.
Take it.
Maybe it'll go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. And let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement. No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter.
I thought you said we don't want to be in the basement, Hunted.
I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. And worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you.
This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
I love the Ranger vibe. But enough talk.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
It was in our way, and now it's not.
That's all that matters.
Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort.
If she's waiting for us, this is not good.
The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
You know, we can talk smack if we're not there yet, but I think when push comes to shove, we gotta make a decision.
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Who chained you? You broke your chains.
Those chains were nothing to her last time. There'll be nothing to her this time. But we need to show ourselves first to make her boil over.
I thought the hunted would have been, you know, more kind of cowering and hiding in the shadows. But I'm pleasantly surprised.
Fine by me. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember, every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her.
Yes.
You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness.
She's becoming, like, I'd say like a mix of draconian and demon. I like how she's got the avian or lizard legs or whatever you want to call it. I can't remember the term for it, but I know there's a term. But yeah, she looks like she's ready for a fight. And these walls are tighter than last time, so I don't know. I don't like our chances, guys.
Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh, break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
Yes, I like this idea because, again, the tight space didn't suit us at all.
I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
No. You know, as much as I'd like to talk for a bit more narrative, if you want a good fight, you really need to sing at my best. Yes, I think this is the right answer.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run.
Yep.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass.
I'm gonna lie, I thought the black screen was bad news.
You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me! Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head!
Why are you so angry?
Do it! Be swift, strike true, be where she's not, let your body move you.
You're falling right into my trap.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real. The only thing that's real is bloodshed.
She charges, fully determined to end you in a single move. Left, now! As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean.
Oh.
You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
Hopeful optimism.
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
I agree.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again.
At least we're holding our own.
She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going! We can't stop now!
No bloodlust.
You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you.
She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
I'm waiting for the but.
Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens? She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Don't be scared, hero.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
It's not the end. I can't guarantee it's going to be nice, though. You know what? You guys have been helpful, more so than some of the others we've seen. We'll leave you with this.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
I wonder if there's a voice strong enough that it can look into the mirror. Oh. That's different. Are you me? I always thought we were kind of birdmanish based on the feathers above the elbows.
I think you know what I am.
Ah! Jesus. Okay, let's start at the top here because there's a lot. Sir, the narrator is wondering if it ever can see you. What are you? Are you something like me? Well, what are we? Excuse me. If you're not me, then what are you? I think we know what you are. So many questions. I do. Does it hurt when pieces you break off like that? Sorry to lie straight. Would hope that Claire stop asking questions. You chat, I answer some things because you Oh man. Oh, I do have so many questions.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Oh no. Oh shit. Sorry. Why? So we asked a question and the mirror broke more. So now I know why he hasn't been mentioning seeing the mirror. Oh man. So it looks like we've only got limited questions. And in that, I'd say maybe 3 or 4? Okay, most importantly, why do we have to kill the princess?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Oh man, there's so many good questions. I was made to do this single task. Who made me? What am I? You're not me, then what are you? I mean, at this point, I think it's inevitable that the narrator is gonna bite it. Since she contains death, what is she? I'm supposed to see all this, was I? Oh. I agree. Death is good. And I'm gonna justify that with death isn't good in a kind of morbid way. But I mean, everything lives and everything dies. So, just as everything has a start, everything has to have an end. And, you know, sometimes this is a mercy and sometimes it's a tragedy. But the sad fact is it's an actuality. So we're going down this path.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Okay. So our options are getting less. Yeah, okay, so let's find this out, because he's always told us that, you know, between chapters that we haven't met before. And it seems like we're getting some moments of honesty here.
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
The Matrix?
But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Just checking the bottom. What's this construct? Did they know about this? I know we're running out of questions, but I want to know who we are. Because every time we've looked in the mirror, it's like, you've withered, you've shifted, you've grown, you've changed.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
So you know what so many times I met you, you denied it. Why? Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Oh? So if he created a god, are you a god? Were you a god? Where's the princess? Did you make her too? Oh man! Okay.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
You made us, I want you to know this has been torture. I destroy her won't leave you alone. Destroy concept of transformation. Yeah. This works. What would it be like to live in a world without her? You told me all this from the start. She's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be. I just will her into something's cute. I don't like that. Can she be an mattress? Eat some soggy bread. Neither of us leave this place. Is that weird? Do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do here? Because, I mean, that's honestly ridding the world of death, it sounds like. I don't agree that that's a good idea. Just fundamentally. If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Yeah, that's where we're going.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
I don't agree. I think once everybody's had their time, and I mean, we start young. If things follow a normal path, we start young, we start fresh, we start strong and real. And as we learn and grow, we get wiser, stronger, better, faster. But it's kind of like a bell curve, right? Like, it goes up, and then it slowly goes back down. Well, hopefully slowly, I mean. An abrupt ending always sucks. But you gotta think too that there are people that wouldn't want to live in pain or misery or things like that. And I'm not talking about the momentary pains, the momentary miseries. I'm talking like if you've got a terrible disease that has just destroyed your life, if it causes you constant pain, if it causes you constant anguish, that's not always a good thing to have to suffer through. And if one was forced to do that forever, I don't think that's fair to them. I got a lot more than the 3 questions I thought I was going to get.
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
What would it be like to live in a world without her? Without death?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
It's kind of how I want to go out with him, but I don't want to miss the opportunity for one last question. Sorry, man. I'm gonna have to send you away with uncertainty.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
So she's trapped inside of me?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Okay.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay. There's so many stories left unfinished. Can we really just leave now? Don't you have sin on this? Why is all this falling on me? So many questions and I need answers. But you have the entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you should come, if you're always going to, you can always. There's no point in me doing anything. Okay, let's talk this through. I still have so many questions.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Whoa, 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 I don't want to fight.
I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back.
No.
You run, but you do not run away. You take me somewhere new. Somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps. There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be. We made each other better. To have no challenges to fade into nothing. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
Oh man.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own health, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Oh man, we're seeing like all the princesses' incarnations we've seen. I don't want to stop. No. Forced each other again and again.
You fling to your notion of pain and suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
Love, conflict, and beauty. I think, oh man. There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole reality into the picture. If we're at a moment where if we don't do something, the world ends, I mean, it's not like we're talking her off the ledge, but I think we need to. It almost feels like going this route's going to trap us together, just the two of us, and the world will carry on as it carries on, which I'm fine with. I mean, I guess looking at it from kind of a celestial aspect, would we want to take free will away from everybody else at our own victory?
We are the whole of reality. mistakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you, forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
We're not the whole of reality. Why won't you see me the way I still see you? Why won't you see me for what I am? Yes!
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine?
Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
I'm not my body. What am I? Don't fear death.
If you do not fear it, then there is no need for you to struggle against it. Let go. Leave with me.
I don't want her to see things from my perspective, but I want to be able to explain my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
Charles trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe things you believe when you can sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Can't we leave and everyone to fight you? Can't let that happen. Maybe you die. There's toys and everything. Surviving resistance. It's true. I want to take this, but I want to see if we can still explore a bit.
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go. It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
I mean, I don't like the way that's worded, but this is a, hey, I'm listening, but it sounds like you're not hearing to me.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Hero!
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you. It's good to be here. Seems like you've been doing all right on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Every time we've taken it, we've been met with aggression. And it's not that I blame her, but man...
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Oh, man. Funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he? The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
Oh my god.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Yeah. There. Are you the same out? Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again. I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Okay. We're setting it, do anything to help them, the people out there. If you continue to do so, they continue to die and suffer. I don't want to forget you. I'll find ourselves back here eventually. We're talking about this right now. We know we haven't done this before. Yeah, we're coming back to this, I think. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone. So, take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being gone? Okay, let's do leaving us. Sorry, but I can't do that.
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
You know, things won't end worse. What if, when I make my way back down here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time forever eventually. If we change our minds. Any other.
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
Who decides? I don't.
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
Oh man.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
Eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
I don't want to be alone. We change our mind.
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now. Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Is it too late to go back?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Okay. We're doing it. We're locking in.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side.
Thanks, Hero.
She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Even after everything we put her through.
Oh, I love you too.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh man. What a... I don't want to say what an abrupt ending, because we kind of knew what was going to happen there, but it's I don't know, it's kind of sad to see it end. I know it took us back to chapter 1, so it seems kind of like it said, we're in a paradox here, an infinity loop of choice and happiness and despair and love and anger and everything, you know? Which is kind of neat, because I thought last session when it said we only had to bring one more embodiment back to her and it was the end, I was thinking, man, I still got 90 some Steam achievements that I haven't done for this game. So how's that work? But now we know, because it's just over and over and over, which I really like, because undoubtedly I'm going to come back to this game and try it again, because I love the story so much. Like, I wish I'd had the foresight to get a camera and kind of stream this, so you could see just the varying emotions that went through in that playthrough we just had. Like, we started kind of chippy and happy and sarcastic, and then we kind of went self-defense but optimistic, and at the end, you know, it was a barter for survival, with the realization that, you know, there was really no happy ending, in my opinion. And I think I kind of skipped some of the abilities to further converse with her embodiments, which, yeah, I'm gonna have to do another session of this, like another whole playthrough, to see what happens and when we talk to her personas, because I really should have dug more into that. It was so cool. Yeah, no, we're definitely circling back to this. I loved this game so much. The story, the music, the emotion, the voice actors, and I really do want to say, and this is not a promotion or an advertisement or anything, but if you liked the voice of the narrator and the hero, the gentleman's name is Jonathan Sims, and he is in a podcast I've been listening to recently. It's a kind of an ongoing story podcast from what I've determined, just starting it. It's been running now for about 9 years. It's called The Magnus Protocol, and I started the original episodes just recently. That started, I believe, back in 2016. And Jonathan Sims, the narrator and the voice of the hero and the sarcastic and all that, he is the main character in this story podcast. And it was funny because I was listening to it, not knowing that he was the voice in here. And I was sitting on the couch one day, and I was just taking a quick look through the Slay the Princess wiki for some thumbnail images for the YouTube videos I post. And then I saw that Jonathan Sims was the narrator's voice actor. I thought, oh my god, that's the dude from my podcast. And it all just kind of clicked. It was just that kind of funny moment of coincidence. I had no idea. And, you know, it was just one of those moments that made you stop and go, holy. And yeah, no, I love his voice acting. I love his work. I love him in the Magnus Protocol. I loved him in this. And I believe believe the princess's voice was Nicole Goodnight or something like that. I will look this up and I will verify for myself. I apologize if I got the name wrong. She also did a fantastic job. Just such a great game. The art, the music, the voices. I've said it again. I really love this. So yeah, no. So much fun playing this game. And with that being said, I say we generally go an hour and a half, and we're at an hour and 46 minutes, just about 2 hours. But I didn't want to push that one. Because, I thought it was the end, but it's not the end. So yeah, again, sorry, we're going to circle back to this. I got rambling. I just really so excited with how this went. And at the end of all my videos, I have this moment of positivity, of clarity, of self-help, of, just kind of voicing my thoughts. And again, I don't do this as an act of performance or anything. I play this game, all my games, because I enjoy gaming. But I enjoy getting a message out too, because I know God, in some of my darkest times, I would have loved to have heard some of these things. And there were people out there that spread messages of positivity that I really glommed onto. Love them or hate them for kind of the drama that's happened in the last half year or so for them. I do believe that Pirate Software has a fantastic message of empathy and humanity in most things he talks about. The guys from the Core podcast, Scott Johnson, John Jagger, Bo Schwartz, I think they've got really good messages as well. So yeah, if you're looking for things like that, if you're looking for people who kind of promote the joys of some gaming, those are some other people to look into. But yeah, now, sorry, to wrap up again and go on to my message. Last time we talked about the feeling of being unseen, of walking around in a world that blurs at the edges, like it's trying to look through you instead of at you, sorry. And I thought about that a lot since our last session, which was last Tuesday. And it's really easy to feel like we have to do something loud or grand to be noticed, like we have to prove our worth by being exceptional. But more often than not, real strength lives in quieter places. It's about showing up even when you're running on fumes, about being kind when it'd be easier to be anything else, to be angry, to be hateful, to be spiteful. It's about remembering that soft doesn't mean weak, and small doesn't mean insignificant. And sometimes in letting go, we're learning how to carry memories gently instead of painfully. And with that, like I said, we've kind of wrapped up our Slay the Princess for now. This is definitely something I'm going to circle back to and probably stream again. But we're going to move into something different, just for a bit of a different story. And I think we're going to move into Spiritfarer, which is a game I've, played maybe 10-15 minutes of and then looked back on and thought this would be really cool to stream with our messages of positivity and acceptance and empathy and all that. And I am going into it blind, aside from some of the things I've heard from the Core podcast, where especially John Jagger speaks very highly of it. And what I understand that is going on in that game is it's about helping others move on. And I think in doing so personally, that when we learn that, we also learn for ourselves how to hold space for grief and for love and for ourselves. So that's something I'm really excited into going into next. And with that being said, like I said, we ran a little longer today, but that's fine because this was so much fun. I gotta get going. I got some stuff going on this morning. But please remember, if today was a day that felt like no one noticed you, or you didn't accomplish anything big or grand or loud, if all you do today or did today was exist, just remember that that's enough and you're enough. You're not behind, you're not invisible, you're here, you're in the moment. And that matters more than you'll ever know. So again, thank you for spending time with me this morning. Whether you tuned in live, or you've come back and watched the VODs, or found it on YouTube, or you've seen this outro message on Twitch, I'm so happy that you came. And I hope it gave you a moment to breathe and a moment to feel seen, because I do see you, and I'm glad you're here. Take care of yourself today. And remember, no matter where this story takes us next, no matter what the world sees or doesn't, you still matter, and you always will.